Hey yo babies, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kay. It's 2022 and I just cannot believe how fast the time is flying, and I felt the need to just kind of update everyone. It's been a long end of 2021, beginning of 2022, and for those who follow over on Instagram, you may be a little more updated than, like, I don't know, someone who's not following me on Instagram. But let's just go ahead and get into it and address the elephant in the room. For those who know me, having my own Wethriftyo collective physical space was one of my biggest dreams. At the beginning of 2021, I opened a GoFundMe for those who wanted to help me attain that dream. For us, by us, we're able to donate. We actually accumulated a little over 5K. That was with donations from friends, family. I even personally donated to the fund from like my funds, and yeah, we were able to reach half of the goal, a little over half of the goal for the physical space. Now, fast forward to the end of 2021. In October, I actually got the keys to a physical space, and when I tell y'all, it was one of the happiest moments I've ever had in my life. I mean it. It was something that I just felt like I had worked so hard. Didn't felt like. I know I worked so hard for. I put in my literal, like, blood, sweat, and tears into Wethriftyo, and to see like the shop materialize, like the fruits of my labor literally in front of my face, for me to be able to physically go somewhere, it was just like I said, the best feeling ever. Now, we were open for a little over 3 months, and I actually received a text message towards the end of 2021 from someone, I guess, on the board at the place that I had been renting. Okay, so after I received that text message, I was basically informed that a moderator from the board needed to speak with me. I thought it was strange because I had never heard of this person ever. So I just remember taking that phone call later that evening, like shortly after I had received the text message. Now, although it was kind of strange to me, and I was just thinking, like, what possibly could someone I don't know have to talk to me about? I just kind of, I don't know, like, I just never thought it would be what it actually was. So I spoke with her on the phone, and basically within the first 2 seconds of answering the phone call, she was saying that I needed to be out of the space by January 1st in the new year. And I just felt like my world just come crashing down. I've almost like been dreading making this video because I just knew I would like get emotional. Like, I'm getting emotional right now. And it's just like, you know, if you're feeling a certain type of way, like when you're moving into somewhere, it's almost going to be like the same feeling like moving out, right? So it was just like, I just felt like my thoughts were clouded. I didn't understand like why, and although they did give me reasoning, which I kind of talked briefly about on Instagram, the reasoning had nothing to do with me. So it, you know, that's the first thing you think about. You think like, was it something that I did? You know, could I have done something differently? Like, all of these things are like rushing through your mind, and I was informed that it had nothing to do with me and more about kind of the financial piece of the actual space, and kind of like whether they were meeting certain requirements legally. And although I felt like that was supposed to make me feel better, like, hey, it's not you, it's me, or it's not you, it's us, it's just like none of that was making me feel better, like, at all. Like, I was just like, wow, like, you know, I spent money to be in here. As far as rent, I spent a lot of money like buying new things for this space. I've spent so much time. You know, I don't know, I just felt like so many things were just, I don't know, like almost like bombarding me in a way, like all at once. Like, I had personal things going on in my life in addition to like literally no longer having my shop, and it was just a lot to deal with. I actually didn't announce it on my page until, after I had fully vacated the lease and the physical space, I just don't know if I were holding on to something that I felt like, oh, maybe God is going to come through. I can actually stay in this space, or, I'll just hurry and move into another space, or something of that nature. But, obviously it didn't work out that way. I did end up leaving like that physical location. And in hindsight, you always try to think like God has bigger things for me, or, this space just wasn't for me, or at this time, like this wasn't the right time, or you just try to think of all these positive things. And it's just like, sometimes reality is reality, that not everything works out in your favor or in the way that you picture it to be. And I have really just been trying to hone in on being grateful and appreciative that the fact that I even had a space, right? Like, a specific person, special person messaged me, and she was like, girl, you should just be proud of yourself for even getting this far. And I was like, wow, like, sorry, y'all. I was like, wow, that's like so true. Like, not everybody can say they've had a physical space, or even be able to say, like they touched a literal community in a special way. And so although I am extremely sad, like I'm so devastated, y'all, like, even trying to just come with a smile on my face and, a positive attitude every day is really, really hard. But, yeah, I am just trying to see the positive in the situation, that, God does have bigger and better things for me. And I also feel like I'm able to educate others now in this light of me being able to have a physical space. And yeah, just having that like educational piece of, helping other small businesses or entrepreneurs in the realm of brick and mortar. It's not easy, y'all. It is not easy. It was such a good time, so rewarding, but it is not easy at all. So I can't wait to just push more content about just kind of like being able to successfully open a brick and mortar, being able to, assess the situation. Like, are you ready for a brick and mortar? In hindsight, would I have said that I was ready if I would have, like, I don't know, maybe taken a little bit more time? I don't know. I mean, I'm so glad that I had the experience, but just with how everything played out, excuse me, I just think I possibly could have waited. And, we'll get to all of that in another video. But I did just want to update you guys on kind of that specific piece that I have been dealing with for the past few weeks. It's not easy. I'm trying to get back into the rhythm of working. Like, sometimes even working makes me sad because I feel like, although it wasn't my fault, I do feel like a failure sometimes. I feel like I failed my community. I feel like I failed myself. Like, my son was seeing me so happy in my space, and he knew, like, this is Umi's shop. This is Mommy's shop. This is something that she created. And it's just like having to tell him that I closed, and y'all, like, you cannot, like, these are not the conversations that even anyone can prepare you for, but I do hope to bring more light to the situation in future videos, and kind of just coming from a perspective of not feeling at a loss, but feeling as though this was meant to happen. Everything is written. And yeah, so with that being said, I'm going to close out this video because I did ramble just a little bit. I'm going to make myself some much needed tea, which I probably will show you in the next clip. And then, yeah, that's the biggest life update that I do have as far as like Wethriftyo and myself. I do really, really, really want to come to y'all with new content. I've been slacking so much. Nobody talks about like the saddening side of entrepreneurship. Nobody talks about the real stuff, how you mentally or sometimes are incapable of working because of all of the emotions that you're going through. Nobody talks about not wanting to show your face in front of people for fear of, like, I don't know, anything, for fear of rejection, for fear of not being understood. Like, it's really real. People see the glitz and glam of entrepreneurship. They see the packages and the trips and all this stuff, but nobody talks about like like how much of a soldier you really have to be to go through these things. And so I just hope that, you know, with everything that I've kind of shared with you all, that you don't get like discouraged, because there are people who are going through similar things as you, or just going through things in general. Like, nobody is perfect, no matter what you see on social media. We are all going through our own things behind closed doors, and I do hope that just this experience, I'm able to encourage others, enlighten others, and definitely educate others. So with that being said, I'm about to go make this tea, and I will see y'all in the next video. I love you guys so much, and hold me accountable in this new year, because I need to be making videos, period. Okay, love you guys so much. Bye. Hey, yo, babies. I know I said I was gonna let you go, but I just have to share the last video of me literally leaving the Wethriftyo collective space. It was literally me closing the door for the last time, locking it behind me, and just like stepping into a new chapter. It's like I'm gonna get emotional again, but I did want to just leave that as kind of the last goodbye. Wow, a room once filled with so much life has come to an end. It is sad, but at the same time, I know God has something better in store for me. So before I cry, I'm just gonna say goodbye to my space. Well, the Wethriftyo collective space, the first space that it had. And yeah, today is New Year's Eve. So, like, all right, here's the last flick of the light. Bye-bye. So I hope seeing it affirms you, for you to know that bigger and better things are coming. Love you once again.